Maswera sei muri Zimbabwe, welcome to our channel. Apa tinokupa nhau dzinenge dzichiitika matima nenyika yedu yeZimbabwe. Tichingoti kana kari kekutanga kako kuuya pane ino channel, please don't forget to subscribe. Kana uchinge wagara wakasubscribe, don't forget to comment and share this video. Tiri nhau yaTagwirei muzuva ranhasi, nhau iri kunetsa yaburitswa naPresident Mnangagwa vabuda shara vachiti about 67 farms dzakatorwa munguva yehondo yeminda dzakuda kudzoserwa varidzi vadzo. Hanzi President Mnangagwa is reversing the land seizure yakaitika munguva yaRobert Gabriel Mugabe. Asinamira mushe zviri kunzi this move yapokana nazhinji zvinhu zviri kumbonyatsofamba sei. The same land yakanzi naTagwirei, they are going to give people title deeds muri Zimbabwe. Hanzi yakuda kudzoserwa kuvaridzi. Chii chiri kuitika, chii zviri kumbofamba sei. Zanu PF apologist Rutendo Matinyarare abuda achikomenta on this issue. Akataura achiti Mnangagwa returning land, yet Tagwirei said title deeds would raise money to pay him debts. Why? Last year, Tagwirei, chairman of the Land Tenure Implementation Committee, sold the idea of giving title deeds to Zimbabweans as a way to unlock 20 billion in capital. That capital could then be used to compensate white farmers, pay off national debt, and finance black farmers. It was a strong idea if carried out to the letter. But less than a year after Kuda pitched the capital raising plan, President Mnangagwa, true to his selfish short-term focus, is now returning the same land to white farmers to try and appease the West to accept his mutilation of the constitution to extend his term in office. This is why some of us are saying that this selfish old man should go and rest in 2028 and give new leaders with fresh ideas and a long-term stake in the country's future a chance to govern it. Ndomabuditso yaitwa nhau iyi naRutendo Matinyarare muri Zimbabwe. Tingazive kuti munoiona sei nhau iyi yanetsa nhau yekupama farms kuvarungu vakatorerwa minda yavo. Ndofunga retired General Winston Sigauke vabudo vachikomenta on this issue vachitaura vachiti the land was never a program, it was the revolution itself. Reports that Zimbabwe would return 67 farms to Europe nationals are not merely a policy reversal, they are a repetition of what its nation's liberation war was fought to achieve. I have kept my silence on many things. I have watched and I have waited and I have given the benefit of doubt where I could, but this I cannot ignore. This I will not ignore. Reports are now circulating and no official voice in Harare has moved to deny them that the government of Mnangagwa intends to return 67 farms seized from European nationals under Zimbabwe's land reform program. The reason given is the familiar one: to repair ties with Western nations and to unlock debt relief after more than 2 decades of economic isolation. I understand the weight of debt. I understand the pressure of isolation. I spent my career serving a country that was sanctioned, vilified, and economically strangled by those same Western capitals. I know what that costs a nation and its people, but what is being proposed here is not a pragmatic concession. It is a surrender of the foundational principle upon which the republic was built. We did not carry weapons into the bush so that 60 years later a Zimbabwean president would hand back the land to the people we went to war to claim it from. Let us be precise about what the land reform program was and what it was not. It was not a government scheme. It was not a development initiative. It was a poverty alleviation program, though it served those ends. The land was the central grievance of the liberation war. It was the reason our mothers sent their sons into the bush. It was the reason those sons did not come back. When the Lancaster House Agreement was signed in 1979, the question of land was deferred, suppressed, under the weight of political compromise. For 20 years, Zimbabwe watched while commercial farmers retained vast fertile acreages, while black Zimbabweans worked as laborers on land their grandfathers had been removed from by colonial force. The land redistribution that began formally in 2000 was not a whim. It was a reckoning that had been delayed for 2 decades too long. To reverse that now, To hand those farms back to European nationals in exchange for Western goodwill and debt relief is to concede that the original seizure was wrong. It is to accept the Western narrative that the land reform was theft, rather than restitution. That is not a trade I believe this country should be willing to make, not at any price. You cannot mortgage the revolution. Once you sell it, there is nothing left to govern in the name of. I don't raise this matter in isolation. Those who have followed my previous writings will know that I've been deeply troubled by the trajectory of this government over the recent years. I raised my voice when CAP 3 was introduced, a bill designed to extend one man's hold on power beyond the limits the people themselves enshrined in the 2018 Constitution. I was told that CAP 3 was about stability. I was told it was about continuity of vision. I was told to trust the process. Now I'm being asked to accept that the land, the one reversible achievement of the liberation struggle, is being quietly reversed, also in the name of pragmatism. These are not unrelated events, they form a pattern, and the pattern is this. The principles of the liberation majority rule, land sovereignty, constitutional fidelity are being traded away by one by one, not in broad daylight where the people can debate them, but through quiet executive decisions made in the corridors of power and presented as Fain's accomplice. Nomabuditsiro wakaitwa nawi muri Zimbabwe singazivi kuti munoiona sei. Tiudzewo zvamuri kufunga mucomment section.
A private jet. That private jet's role and responsibility is moving gold.
Right.
This gold is coming from mines that are controlled mainly by the president, Tagwirei, and that crew, or what we call the parallel cabinet. And the gold is supposed to go through fidelity printers, and then it's supposed to be exported by fidelity printers. But because fidelity printers was under sanctions, fidelity printers could not export. So the export licenses were then created. A dealer's license was created to allow these local business people to export. And that's the license that costs 200,000. So Wicknell has got one. Then an MOU was created between fidelity printers and two companies in Zimbabwe that they also will have shareholding in fidelity printers and they can also export the gold. Then when the sanctions were removed, the function of exporting gold was supposed to revert back to fidelity printers.
Mm-hmm.
But the profits are so sweet from exporting gold. They don't want fidelity printers to continue to begin to export gold once again. Also, the same reason why fidelity printers has not been allowed to go and reapply for the London Bullion Market Association certification that would allow Zimbabwe to smelt its own bullion that can go directly to market, and that bullion can be used to get us loans. They continue to take this gold to Dubai for smelting or directly to Switzerland where it will be smelted there because they're making more money that way. And that is the duty of what? Of Wicknell Chivayo and his private jet.
Damn. So his association with these other African presidents.
It's the same thing.
Wow. So he's moving gold, for these guys.
Yes. Now where the problem comes is this. Gold, if it had been going through fidelity printers, it would be paying a royalty of 15%. But now that it's going out through this private jet of a person who's got a dealer's license, we are. There was the guy called Muzenda, who used to be the CEO or the managing director of ZMDC. ZMDC is supposed to be the only company that facilitates the. Now, MMCZ could not export, so private companies were exporting on their own. But yet MMCZ was created in 1984 to do the exporting of all minerals so that we do not get transfer pricing and under invoicing. This was a way for the Zimbabwean government to ensure that every single mineral that leaves the country is taxed and
You said you're meeting him now. You sorry.
right. So the necessity of creating MMCZ was to ensure that every mineral that gets out of the country can only get out through MMCZ. So when MMCZ was under sanctions, the Americans started saying, we want diamonds. And so we are going to remove MMCZ from sanctions. So they told the people who were in the process of applying for the Kimberley certificate on how to get MMCZ off NZMDC. What was supposed to happen is that Muzenda at MMCZ was supposed to write a letter to OFEC. And OFEC was given an instruction that once that letter gets to OFEC, they must be removed from sanctions immediately. That was in 2021. In fact, in 2019, MMCZ and ZMDC would have been removed, and so the minerals of Zimbabwe would have continued to now go through those companies. But because they were now middlemen, they were now people who were getting kickbacks for private companies to under invoice and to take their minerals out of the country. When the letter had to be written by MMCZ and ZMDC, those letters had to go through to the Ministry of Finance and the Ministry of what? Of Minerals. And those letters never got released from those ministries. They were never signed off for them to go to American OFEC for these companies to be removed from sanctions. Why? Because they did not want these companies to be removed from sanctions, because it would mean that the minerals of Zimbabwe starts going through MMCZ. MMCZ starts making more taxes and more royalties, but people stop making money for their own private pockets. That is also why you hear the narrative that Zimbabwe is still under sanctions prevails. That is why the Ravarakashi keep pushing that. They don't realize that they're being forced to push that so that private individuals continue taking our minerals and our gold out of the country and making commissions while the country loses out on the royalties that it's supposed to receive. That's why Rutendo is hated for saying he removed sanctions, because you are forcing the country to start forcing all minerals to go through MMCZ and the gold to go through Fidelity printers, because they are no longer under sanctions. And people don't want that. The private jet that is currently carrying gold will stop carrying gold if every Zimbabwean started saying, if MMC, if Fidelity printers is no longer under sanctions, all our gold, why is it not going through Fidelity printers? Because there's an entire act for Fidelity printers to take the gold and to be the only institution that takes the gold out of the country.
Can I ask something? Can I ask something, Comrade
So
Tendo?
the guys, for earlier on, I am dealing in one on
It's okay. It's okay,
and
Master.
I'm going to if must come and read ufana unyora ma O levels awe zvakuzvokutamba.
Uncle
Can
Jake,
I
can you
ask
give me an
something?
opportunity too?
Right, I'll give you.
I just want to ask Rutendo, kuti nyaya sanctions, saka was it rhetoric? Imamri serious, but the other team, Rai Faker, they actually wanted the sanctions to stand, isn't it? Did I get you right?
Yes, you got me right. You got me very right.
Wow, wow, wow.
And then
But
knowing and realizing Gudizo, this is what is happening. That strength of your resolve to push Gudizo zvinhu.
Look,
mm,
I told you kuti ndakatomboita meeting nasomeone akataura kuti shamwari nzwa, iwewe chakupa mari rako basa nderekuramba uchiita noise, rako basa nderekuramba uchiita political motivation of partnerships and people to support our sanctions fight. You're supposed to cry for reparations, but don't remove the sanctions until papera 5 years. Saka 5 years izofana kupera next year. Saka aya masanctions nepressure yedu yatakaisa akabviswa before 5 years.
Right.
And
5
I
years
told
in
you,
the
kuti aiwa zakanzi toda kutenga macompanies akachipa. And if we don't buy
Ah.
them now, tikada kuzoti wabvisa masanctions, kune kwaane competition. So that's why you see even Cab 3E, iri kuiswa to put a spanner in the works that causes the instabilization, even the abusing of the people. It's deliberate so that tiswe mamwe sanctions. Iwe hauna kuteerera patakakudza kuti usabvise masanctions. Saka taakutanga kuita rimwe mhirizhonga tichirova vanhu nekuponda vanhu kuita kuti masanctions auye futi. Because gold, because tikasadzosa masanctions, gold ichapedzisira rakubuda nefidelity printers. It's a matter of time before someone starts saying, why is Fidelity Printers not the only organization taking our gold out, yet we created it for that purpose? Why is ZMDC not the only company that's taking out the lithium and all the other minerals? Mubvunzo iyoyo yachatanga kuuya. But remember, as long as these companies are not involved in the exportation, individuals are able to take